Do you feel like his debut, it lived up to the hype?
I'm going to say no. And here's the thing. I was excited, guys. I was excited watching Victor Wembanyama. He showed me flashes of what he could be. The way that he altered the distance of shots when he was on the floor, like that impressed me. That excited me. It took him less than a minute into the game to get a block, right? But here's the thing. Here's what I was watching. When he walked off the court, Stephen A., he looked distraught. When he was talking to reporters after the game, everything was overshadowed by the fact that they did not win and that was not good enough for him. So by his standards, no. It's on SportsCenter. The highlights are everywhere, but it didn't quite live up to the hype. But here's what I'm watching now. This player, you remember Giannis, when he got into the league, he used to, in his wet jersey, still, after a loss, he would walk across the street. He'd recreate every single shot that he missed in a game because he gets in his head. He thinks about it. He obsesses over the game. Now, I don't think Greg Popovich is going to let Victor Wembanyama do that, right? It's not the most efficient use of his energy. But talking to him, Molly, he talks about how he visualized that nutmeg he had on Reggie Bullock. Like, he visualizes every single part of the game. So between now and tomorrow, he's going to be sitting there thinking about every single possible thing he can do. He is a Rubik's Cube of a player. He's like, what's the next move? What's the next move? And that's like what makes me excited. Like, the glimpses are there. He is still that future of the league. It just, he didn't quite have it, live up to it in that single game last night. But that doesn't stress me out.
It doesn't stress me out either because
I love it.
It's impossible to live up to the hype, this hype. Look, I started watching him, Molly, every preseason game I started watching became appointment viewing, preseason. But, and everybody knows sitting here, I said yesterday, can we pump the brakes, please? I mean, even in that franchise, and I realized at 19 years old, it's wondrous what he does. It is. David Robinson had 23 and 17 in his debut, his rookie debut. Now, David Robinson was either 23 or 24 years old because he had his commitment to the Navy.
Yeah.
But can we just chill a minute with the comparisons to Wilt and David Robinson? Stop. David Robinson as a rookie averaged 24 and 12 as a rookie for the season.
Yeah.
Okay? That would make you, other than Joker, first team All-NBA center now. So let's just chill. This kid doesn't have to conquer the world in a week. It's going to be gradual. It's great that he has Greg Popovich, who's going to remind him of this. I'm glad. I agree with you, Malika. By the way, it's okay to obsess over stuff. I'm sorry. You think that Kobe and LeBron and Michael Jeffrey Jordan didn't obsess? Were you around Michael Jordan after a game? You've been. You think Rubik's Cube, oh, my God. That's what you think Larry Bird and Magic, our friend Magic Johnson, this would go on for hours and into dinner, into the next morning.
Game encounters.
Oh, my
you could
goodness.
see them at a restaurant or something like that the night
in
before.
In a trance.
And they do something to get your head.
That's
what I'm saying. Two things. He played the best when the game mattered the most. That's what I like.
9 points.
9 points in the fourth quarter.
A lot of players average 2 points in the fourth quarter. They get 20 points at half, and then they end up with 25 points. That was impressive. When the game was on the line, you felt him the most. The second thing is what Malika said is, 2014, the Warriors lost to the Clippers in a Game 7 first round. I had an old client, Jermaine O'Neal, call me 2 days later. He said, do not break this team up. I said, we just lost in the first round. He said, I've been in a lot of teams where we've lost games at the end of the season. This team knows how to lose. I said, what the hell does that mean, know how to lose? They feel the loss the right way. He said, I've been in locker rooms. We lost the Eastern Conference Finals. Everybody's happy. Nobody. These guys are crying. These Warriors, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, distraught, won the championship next year. So my point is that seems like he knows how to lose. Everybody knows how to win.
Yeah.
What do you like when you lose? Yeah. And that's a big thing. He wants it. It's a huge part of it.
He's somebody that's not taken for granted who he is and what hype comes associated with him. He's willing to embrace the fact that, listen, this is what is expected of me, but it doesn't exceed my expectations for myself. I'm after it. And that's what you want to see.
It's an aura. It's not like I can't put my finger on it. I've never been around a 19-year-old who's as thoughtful as him. I've been around very few people who are as thoughtful as him, the way that he internalizes all of this.
Most big guys don't love playing basketball. They play because they're big.
He's tall.
Tall. This guy, he loves basketball. You know how many 7-footers in the NBA? They just play, they're 7 feet tall. You guys know these guys. Yeah. They don't, hey, well, I don't play basketball. I'd rather be doing this over here, but I'm 7 foot tall and I make a lot of money. This guy loves basketball, and he's talented.
Loves the game more than what the game brings.
That's right, and that's a huge part of the next 15 years of him. So
somebody like that also is somebody that's going to show up and play.
Yeah.
as opposed to taking a whole bunch of nights off.
Right, and does it the right way. He wants to play every possible game that he can.
Yeah. Anything else that stood out to you last
No,
night?
I mean, I just love his perimeter shooting, his perimeter game, the stroke. You got to have that when you're as thin as he is. He has that. He doesn't need to be in the post, obviously, because of his physique. But more importantly, he doesn't have to be there because of his perimeter game. He's got a handle and a shot, and he can shoot off the dribble as well. And, of course, he's going to be an elite defender with those long arms and his anticipatory
That's
skills
what
to
stood out
block
too.
shots. Yes.
And you just mentioned that, Malika, changing shots. And there's so many. I want to see the metrics on that, not
I
block
got 'em.
shots, altering shots.
So when he was off the floor, average shot distance 17 feet. On the floor, or average distance when he was on the floor 17 feet. Off the floor 14 feet. 17 feet last season would be the farthest average shot distance from the basket.
You feel him. He's unique.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's unique.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm going harder where I pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here, feeling fun.